Hey guys, Mona of All Trades here. Today we're going to talk about some of the things that I believe every African in America is just totally tired of hearing. And this is kind of a general PSA to everyone else to please stop saying these things to us and please stop asking us these questions, because I'm pretty sure every other African can vouch for me that we are indeed tired. Firstly, African is not a language. African is a person from Africa. I've had people ask me, do you speak African? And I'm like, I'm going to need you to be more specific because, Africa is very linguistically diverse. There are over 2,000 dialects spoken across 54 different countries. So when you say, do you speak African, it's kind of like, that's not a language. So be more specific. Secondly, we don't all know each other. Okay, I mean, this is a huge credential fallacy that a lot of people use without even realizing it. But when I tell someone I'm from Cameroon and they're like, oh, I used to work with this dude from Nigeria, and it's like, hey, that's great, but you don't need to credential yourself to me just because I'm African. You don't have to come up with a way that you relate to my Africanness. I mean, that's literally what you're doing. So, hey, good for you for knowing that Nigerian guy, but that's completely irrelevant to me in our conversation, so don't do that again. Thanks. This one definitely aggravates me a little bit. The whole, you speak very good English for an African. Well, first of all, it's, happens with colonization. It's the British colonization that will happen. Second of all, I understand that a lot of us Africans speak in an accent. We have very thick accents. That doesn't mean we're not speaking English. And it's incredibly rude when you're correcting an African. I mean, obviously you know what they're trying to say. Acknowledge it and move on. But there's some people who feel they need to correct you like you're saying something wrong. And it's like, it's actually very ignorant, because I will actually bet that we speak more proper English than you do, because we learned it from the original creators of the language, simply because our spellings are simply different because they're British, and our pronunciation's a little different because they're British. Doesn't mean we're not speaking English. So do the next African you come across a favor and don't be an asshole and tell them that they speak very good English for an African, because that's just kind of rude. So next is those donate $1, save an African child commercials. I mean, seriously, yes. There are very poor and undeveloped parts of Africa, but I don't understand why these organizations constantly choose that part to focus on, and no one ever talks about the riches. I mean, the lots and lots of riches that has been stolen from Africa. I mean, or oil, or gold, or jewels. I mean, everything. All these organizations want to do is focus on the impoverished areas of Africa, which, tell me what country doesn't have an impoverished, poor socioeconomic area? Every country has that. Right here in America, go to DC, go to Detroit, you find those things. You know what I'm saying? So painting Africa in this constant impoverished light is very negative. And I think part of, there's like a hidden agenda there as well. And it's a way to make Black Americans grateful for slavery in a way, to say, hey, this is what we took you from and brought you here. And it's like, no. They took you from your potential of, lots of wealth. But let's not get into that. Let's save that for another video. Lastly, we did not all grow up with wild animals parading our backyard. Okay, I didn't ride a freaking lion. I didn't high-five monkeys on a daily. Okay, I didn't have tea parties with chinchillas or whatever you think Africa is. Okay, we didn't have safaris in our backyards. I had to go to a zoo just like you to see a lot of these exotic animals. I mean, like, get this, we even have electricity. What? Oh my gosh, we have TV. Can you believe that? Oh my gosh. And then we even have cars. Like, we don't ride donkey backs to wherever we have to go. We drive. Can you imagine? We have like actual roads that are made of like tar. Yeah. So seriously, stop being so fucking ignorant. It's really aggravating at this point. There's Google, there's the internet, there's so many resources to educate yourself instead of thinking that Africa is this deadbeat nation. I mean, seriously, you're wrong. Very wrong. So, educate yourself sometimes. What? That concludes the video for today. I just wanted to spit out some of those things because I've experienced them firsthand. Like, I've experienced people actually say these things and ask these questions to me, and I'm just kind of like, get away from me. Like at first it was just kind of like, oh, you don't know, you just want to be educated, and then it became like, okay, you should know. Like that's just freaking responsibility to just educate yourself on some of these things. So yes, you're gonna get my condescending and smart ass answer, because it's like, anyways. So per usual, like, subscribe, comment, all the above, one of the above. I appreciate it. Go to my blog, monafaltraits.com. Please subscribe to monafaltraits.com. Definitely share this video, whether you agree or disagree. Either way, it's a share. So thank you nonetheless. Until next time, folks, go on and be great.